In a small cottage on the edge of a vast forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his 2 children, Hansel and Gretel, and their cruel stepmother. The family often felt the pangs of hunger, as the woodcutter's meagre earnings could scarcely provide enough food. One night, as the children lay in bed, they overheard their stepmother convincing their father to abandon them in the forest, as they could no longer afford to feed them. The father, heartbroken but desperate, agreed to the plan. The next morning, Hansel and Gretel were led deep into the forest. Unbeknownst to their parents, Hansel had filled his pockets with white pebbles, which he discreetly dropped along the path to mark their way back home. After their parents left them, the moonlight reflected off the pebbles, guiding the children safely back to their cottage. However, their relief was short-lived, as their stepmother, furious at their return, devised a more sinister plan. The following day, the children were taken even deeper into the forest. This time, Hansel dropped breadcrumbs to mark their path. But when they attempted to return, they found that birds had eaten all the crumbs, and they were hopelessly lost. Wandering through the forest, they stumbled upon a house made of gingerbread, candy, and cakes. Overcome with hunger, they began to eat the house's walls, unaware of the danger lurking inside. An old witch who owned the gingerbread house lured the children inside with promises of food and comfort. However, her hospitality was a ruse, and she locked Hansel in a cage, intending to fatten him up and eat him. Gretel, forced to work for the witch, desperately sought a way to save her brother. She pretended not to understand the witch's instructions, buying time as she plotted their escape. As the days passed, the witch grew impatient and decided to eat Hansel, plump or not. She prepared the oven and, in her eagerness, made a fatal mistake. Gretel seized the opportunity, tricking the witch into leaning into the oven. With a swift push, Gretel shoved the witch inside and locked the door, freeing Hansel and herself from the witch's clutches. The children discovered a treasure chest filled with precious stones in the witch's house. They filled their pockets with the gems and set off to find their way home. On their journey, they encountered a beautiful swan that helped them cross a wide river. Upon returning home, Hansel and Gretel found their father overjoyed to see them. Their stepmother had vanished, and with the treasure they brought back, the family would never go hungry again. The woodcutter vowed never to let harm come to his children again, and they all lived happily ever after, free from hunger and fear.